Hey guys, I'm gonna share some random ideas with you today. Are you ready? Alright, first off, Raging Rhino Beetle. This massive red rhino beetle is peaceful and placid until threatened, and it will go on an unstoppable charging rampage. Once enraged, it is difficult to stop. Hyper Hornet. Alright, now. This mechanized robotic hornet acts very much like a real hornet. It is produced by a defense of ancient runes, yet has gone haywire. They often produce massive heists and attack anything that draws near with poison tip barbs and high speed rams. Oh wait a minute, I remember this. This is just those hornets from Metroid Prime. Only obviously those are not robots. Those are actual alien hornets, but they're basically the same thing. Yeah. All right now. A monster that resembles a black and brown beetle that is armed with a series of chemical bombs that explode in deadly clouds of mustard gas. For some reason, it is seen wearing a gas mask to protect itself. Wait a minute, isn't this just a bombardier beetle? Yeah, I remember the bombardier beetle, yeah. Yeah, it really does shoot out, it does really shoot out singing acid. It's like, it burns up so hot that, it basically smokes. By the way, that's a real insect, by the way. Anyway, a fearsome monster and crow deity of death that resembles a woman with six crow-like wings and crow-like talons and tail feathers. She is able to use all sorts of shadow arts, including launching heat-seeking shadow balls, using energized feather dots, and dives at high speed with high-speed slashes and fires dark laser beams. Wait a minute, this is just Genderbit Malthus from Aria of Dawn. We remember Malthus. Yes, or also known as Karasu Man. Karasu Man in Symphony of Night, yeah. I remember him quite well. A mechanical doll-like warrior that is on a mission to save the world of toys from an warmongering tyrant from outer space and his army of villains that resemble weapons. Oh, actually, that sounds pretty cool. I like that. I like that a lot, yeah. Kind of reminds me of something, that Hollyana would probably take part in, considering her things are toys, and she very much, dislikes weapons. Then again, she does use toys as weapons, yeah. Yeah, you see, she's a Christmas elf, you see. But, that's not really relevant to the idea, but, it's kind of relevant in a way. The Valkyrie War Maiden is on a special quest to save her mortal beloved from dying in a fearsome war. Oh, that is so cute. I like that. Alright now, our girl that is inflicted with a curse is slowly turning her into a monster, so a man must travel the universe and gather 9 divine fruits to feed her to undo the curse, all while being hunted by the military church that wants him dead. Wait a minute, isn't this just Pandora's Tower? I mean, Pandora's Tower, not my favorite game for the Wii, but that's only because, it has game-breaking bugs, really. If it didn't really have those game-breaking bugs in a Sun and Moon Tower, and a Dawn and Dust Tower, I think it'd be, a S-tier game for sure, if not for that, yeah. Anyway. A troll gentleman that hangs out under bridges and uses transformation to con people out of their money. Yo! That's just basically a Scandinavian troll, basically. Yeah. Yeah, that's just, a classic, troll, demanding tolls on the bridge, yeah. We'll just send a goat to, ram him into the water, yeah. And then he'll sink like a stone. After all, trolls are earth elementals, after all. They're also very allergic to sunlight, sort of like, internet trolls. A strange link book that, if an innocent person opens it, they are able to read what is hidden inside it and will understand the mysteries of the universe. However, if someone with an impure part or mind reads it, they'll say nothing. No, it's a secret book, of course. Well, that's, kind of nicest thing about a secret item. Normally, it would curse, the evils of wicked sinners. I don't know. Alright, now, a strange purple beetle monster with a massive vice-like tail that is a fusion of a scorpion and an earwig, sharp jaws, and sharp pincers, and is said to be an agent of vice and destruction, and is said to infect people and its offspring to control them, and is known as a vice beetle. Oh yeah, that's it. Alright, yeah, I kind of, made this based on the vice beetles from, Portrait of Rune. Yeah, that definitely sounds familiar, but, obviously it's very different from... It's kind of legally distinct, yeah. But, still pretty purple, yeah. Does it also spew out poison gas? Yeah, because, the Vice Beetles and Portrait of Rune obviously did that. Alright, now, a strange half-monkey, half-human warrior with immense physical strength and speed, and fights with a bow staff piece, an experiment by an evil scientist that was experimenting on animal life. Wait, so it's basically just Sun Wukong, except he was a mad science experiment, basically. Yeah, we remember that from Black Wukong. Alright, now. A twisting computer screen robot is controlled by a virus that made it insane and is said to be under control by a powerful and sentient, corrupted computer program. Wait a minute. Alright, now. Well, at least the evil AI went mad because of, being infected with a virus. Probably the most realistic way, that an AI would go insane, really. Aside from, experiencing the human internet. Sort of like Ultron. Some people, when they're exposed to the internet, and they're due to the insanity that was the internet, decide to become superheroes. Sort of like Freakazoid. Alright. Well, that's all I got to share for you for today. I'll see you later. Remember to fly like bat and shine like the moon for weird stuff dreams are made of. Bye-bye. Quite literally, because we really are made of dreams. After all, fairies are made from, your human ideals and dreams, And that's what I'm made of. Goodbye.